Okay, we're about to go in and see what happens. Okay, guys, it feels kind of surreal to be able to go into Victoria's Secret and it not be a secret for me. I cannot remember, sorry I'm so close, but I cannot remember the last time that I purchased something out of Victoria's Secret. I would say, because even after my last son, who was 16, I didn't shop in Victoria's Secret because I didn't want to go up in size. So my goal was to always not buy anything like sexy until I lost weight. And unfortunately that never happened. So I just would buy little stuff, from Ross and stuff like that. But I wouldn't spend major money, it's not major money, but you know what I mean. Just, I'm going to go get something off the clearance rack or something like I said, at Ross. But not Victoria's Secret, so I'm not spending that much money in there. But I kind of take that back because I did end up starting to buy bras, but that was later, but from a private company that, where they measure you at home and ship your bras to you. I did do that, and those bras were very expensive, but that was when I had got to just finally was like, girl, you are not fitting these bras right, and this bras, you need something with some good support. And so I did spend money there, with the person that I was purchasing bras from. And so I've been wearing those bras since, I've started my weight loss journey. And the guy was kind of laughing at me because I showed him. I was like, you see all this gapping, and like, it was just, and I have on big clothes today. I don't have on clothes that fit. And so he didn't even think I was the size that I was, because I'm a 12, as you guys know if you follow me. And the pants that I have on today are 16s because I went to work. So I just threw on something. Like you can't really see them, but they're sagging in the booty and everything. But anyway, and the sweatshirt is very big. I think it's like a extra large, or may even be a 2X. So it's big. So when I came in the store, he was like, he did measure. I asked him to measure my bra size, and he did that. But as far as for the panties and the clothes and everything, he was like, oh, you're a large, and he was like, well, what size pants you wearing? I said a 12, and he kind of looked. And I said, yeah, 12. And he said, well, but I think you should get a large. Your size is usually part of large. So he gave me the large workout pants and the large panties. And so I tried on. I said, well, I'm going to take the medium workout pants in there just to see. And I took those in, and I said, let me try those on. I'm going to try those on first, so I can get a picture in them to see how how tight they are, so I can kind of gauge when I'm to come back and get the medium. That's what I told myself. I didn't even think really, because they did kind of look small. I put those jokers on, and I must push that button for Jesus to come back and say, can you bring me the medium panties? And so I got the medium panties. But anyway, so that's my experience today at Victoria's Secret. I was supposed to come last week. or when I think it was whenever we were on Traces of Twan's life live, and we were talking about, she was talking about Victoria's Secret, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna go today, but I ended up not being able to go because of some things that had happened, emergency things that happened, and so I am here today. And so I guess we need to do a Victoria's Secret, I don't want to say challenge, but just people, if you really thought that you couldn't shop in Victoria's Secret, because I hadn't even thought about it until she started talking about it. Like, I thought about it, but not to the point where I was going to actually go, because I really didn't want to be disappointed. So thanks, Twan. So she tried it out for us, and she went, and I can't remember. I think she was a large in some and maybe extra large in some, but it made me hopeful. And so I appreciate that push, you know, and that I mean, so I don't even want to go into everything that I appreciate from her, because she has caused me to you know, help me to really walk in freedom in a lot of other areas while on this journey. Things that I wasn't willing to share, but because I saw her do it. But anyway, you know, it encouraged me to do it and to come up out my shell, because I never used to be in a shell. I never used to be like that. But the weight had gripped me, and even though I lost weight, it's a mindset. So I did not want to come in here. So thank you, Traces of Twan, for going into Victoria's Secret, paving the way for us. And it may seem like it's like that's like, you know, we're over the top, or I'm over the top, but really it is a mind thing, and when other people do things, it helps you to be able to do it. So I do appreciate that I am at Victoria's Secrets, and I just purchased me some bras, some panties, and some workout gear. All right, blessings, you guys.